We've got ZenAku versus Raisy, big matchup.
Yeah.
We're just commenting on how Raisy looks really happy. That's
Yeah.
good,
Actually, doesn't really look like himself. He looks different.
He looks refreshed, doesn't he? He looks good.
Yeah, he just looks different a bit, right?
I think he's thinking about pummeling everybody in the game.
Yeah.
Teabagging.
Well, and he just looks happy.
Teabagging him.
I think ZenAku's picturing that right now as well. I think he's picturing the, you know.
I know it.
Yeah. Okay. So what were you thinking?
Cool.
Like
I like the first pick.
picks? Yeah.
Interesting. Really like it.
Yeah.
So we had a whole season, and we were laughing with Wenger that people picking like Sorlak into Slash,
Okay.
and those people were actually reacting with Sorlak,
Yeah.
which was really weird. So
This piece is based on a Chinese coin story, like a folklore.
Has Quake ever been big in Asia at all?
no,
Never.
no. It was for a long time. It was banned in Asia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Japan is only the region that really plays Quake.
Oh yeah, Japan. Yeah.
I mean, Valorant was banned in China, wasn't it? It's just come out now, I think. It's just, yeah, I think they're getting like new patches before others as well. It's like a, come play.
Do you think this is going to be a slow match?
Me?
Yeah.
It should be. I mean, Zen needs to make it fast,
Mm-hmm.
and Raisy cannot really kill him with one go. Kind of same scenario when Baxter played Tatina and Strong Stage played like Clutch.
Yeah.
He cannot kill him with one go. He needs some rail opener, and then speed things up, came closer. He needs to use a lot of shotgun rail as well. Like if they face each other, like he needs a good point blank of shotgun. He had a rail. Why didn't he use rail? That's weird.
I'll be honest with you, it seems like ZenAku doesn't feel comfortable at all at the moment. Like he keeps messing up his movement.
Yeah, but he always plays like this. He always like hits to the walls. Like he cannot really move, and then you think that it's bad, but he somehow still plays good. I think he was struggling with movement every single time I watched him. Funky music. Weekend starting in Sheffield.
It's good nightlife. It's good nightlife. Sheffield.
Sheffield's alive. Oh. ZenAku plays extremely slow now. What is he even? He's okay, so he tried to get the higher position. That's why he was.
Nice round.
Nice, yeah. It doesn't really give him that much for now. This mega fight will be crucial. Okay. Raisy needs to back off. Okay, he get into the speed again. Yeah, now it's time for ZenAku to try to make some move, like deal a little bit more damage and then try to maybe finish the kill off. Don't take too much himself. I will try to do some damage after this heavy, at least some tri-bolt or rail or whatever.
He's giving out the items though. Like very easily without even contesting or doing any chip damage.
True, that's weird. Like this mega was obviously gonna like concede, but the heavy, he should deal some damage on heavy. He could even take position like this, like on the previous heavy.
Oh, this is not good at all. What a rocket!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay.
Wow. The fact he hits 100 rocket there and still loses the fight, I feel like he's fucked. Like.
Okay, Raisy needs to chill for now.
Yes, I could do actually a little damage.
Yeah. He did more than I expected. I mean, I expected Raisy to deal more damage with LG. I wouldn't push this as ZenAku necessary. Yeah. You can keep pushing, yeah. Nice. There's long time before Mega still, so maybe Zen could do some exit damage if he wanted to. I don't think he has a proper timing on Mega.
No. Nice.
Well, it comes down a lot to opening damage for both of them, so I think they both missing an opportunity to deal some exit damage.
Is that the screen behind?
Yeah.
Is that the match?
Yeah, for the viewers.
Yeah.
I feel like you should look behind to see his health though. You literally just got that and just see his health.
Yeah.
And the thing is that
I don't think he will be turning around
Yeah.
and trying to figure out and
especially that there are cameras and
Yeah. Surprisingly showing the,
Wow.
the opposite perspective.
I'm surprised that Raisy pushed that rail.
what?
Oh, what a bad
Shouldn't
push.
push here. Yeah.
He didn't even ledge grab.
Yeah.
Just
Just YOLO. You live only once. It's good, now it's interesting. No one has a lead because like if Raisy had a lead of like 3-4 frags he could already start to try run away and the match wouldn't be as interesting.
yeah.
And now there's still time. Everything's possible.
Yes, slow match. Slow match.
The thing is they can't really make any ballsy move and go all in. 'Cause
Do you think it's neither person wants to make a mistake?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Do you always have the philosophy like if you play to not make a mistake, you're gonna lose?
If what?
If you play to not make a mistake, you're gonna lose instead of taking the kind of like, you have the people who play to not make a mistake, or instead of people who play to make a good move.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
If you always play to not make a mistake, are you playing to lose or?
I don't have like really one specific way. That's what I was talking about in some of the material lately, like about Rafa and Cypher and stuff like this. I don't have such attitude. I'm not thinking about not making mistakes or anything or making right moves.
What a push though.
Yeah.
It's such a choke.
He made him sleep basically and then attacked. So I don't think ZenAku expected this attack too much. That's why it also worked.
Oh,
Wow.
Yep.
wow.
That's crazy.
What?
Machine gun.
We missed the rail.
Nice. Okay, 1 minute to go. There's still time. He needs to read him so well now, and he didn't that well. And oh my god, he messed it up. ZenAku is so stacked. If he gonna make a frag, he can easily make another one after
Yeah.
and win the game. Because Raisy has absolutely nothing to work with. That's the problem. If you're giving the whole map away, you need to pray that you're gonna win this one like this. Otherwise, you.
But is
most
that
likely losing.
that's the map of Kilson Maxter when it was 3-2,
Oh,
Yeah.
he ran.
and you thought he went in too
Yeah.
hard. It was kind of like, do you think if he felt like if he ran away at that spot and gave up the items, he was going to lose both frags later?
Yeah.
So
Oh, he's pushing.
Oh, he messed up
He's messing up
the sliding
yeah.
big time.
Already the second time. I see how stacked is ZenAku.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if he catches Raisy right now, Raisy's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Raisy
game
needs
over.
to keep running because.
I would want for ZenAku to rocket jump towards any place really.
You would, you say?
Yeah, it would be
just
great
really
if he
chase
rocket
it,
jumped so he just suddenly appears next to
It
Raisy.
would be good if he has also speed at that time.
Yeah.
This is good. This might throw guard Raisy a bit.
Oh
What?
no!
That's
Raisy.
the worst he could do. He was
There you
nearly
go.
there.
That's the rocket jump. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Ah,
So close.
now he needs to wait for this mega and try again.
This Raisy's getting a bit stacked now.
That was good by Raisy, extremely good. They are almost even stuck. They are even stuck.
Oh, no.
Raisy realized after this LG that he has to fight for heavy.
It's cutting him off.
Yeah, but he will wait it out unless some crazy rocket hits.
No, there you go. 75.
Wow.
That was a nice move.
What?
That was a really nice move. That was smooth as well. Where's Raisy now? Oh, there.
Not so good spot for Raisy. Okay, he gave up everything again. What I really like about Raisy, sometimes he refuses to shoot when he's like in deep defense
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to not deal the damage to the other guy. So there is still some greens he can use. So there should be another green there.
Ah, okay. So, yeah. Interesting.
He does it very often. He used to do it very often. Like no one else did it like as often as he did.
There's no point in taking those small bits of damage.
Yeah.
Giving those small bits of damage because can screw you as well.
Okay, now let's see what's
Interesting.
gonna happen.
Yeah. No, we don't know because the TV turned off. There we go. Back. Ah, he's got his stack back.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Nothing really happened. What? Here he can deal a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I'd expect ZenAku to go up the pad
He
now.
really messes up the movement with Slash. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. It seems like I don't know. Like, especially when he uses ability nice way.
To be fair, that is my favourite part about Slash is like you get hit and you get fucked and like, oh shit, and he goes away with his finger up the air. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake,
Yeah.
piss off, like let me run away.
Yeah, that's cool actually.
I do. That's how I see it every single time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention to this.
Yeah.
Like after a few months of playing or something, but in the beginning, the first thing I realized was.
I feel like every time I see someone use it, it's always in defence, and it's always
Yeah.
like they've just been hit. And like, fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Somebody needs to make a move. What?
Oh, why?
Ah.
Why? That was such a bad drop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Strong,
So
strong,
technical. Yeah.
They're like sitting exactly right next to each other.
Yeah.
They're so close. Like,
strong, was so happy.
And he went, yeah. Excuse me. Or the same as the ZenAku has. It's already very slow.
Yep.
I'm getting stuck on the stairs.
Okay. Good thing Raisy didn't have rocket because he probably would go into this orb and destroy him.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've managed to properly watch Quake for hours on end
Yeah.
over the last few days. I've always dipped in and out,
Yeah.
and it is just amazing how different styles everyone has. Like
Yeah. You
the
probably
fast-paced
also,
matches versus
you probably
this.
also learned a lot.
Probably, yeah. I feel like you can only learn so much from watching. I think you have to just play to learn as well.
Yeah, true.
Like,
Yeah, it's like with any game, it's much easier to,
Yeah.
to watch later when you already played it a bit.
I think it like whenever I play Quake occasionally for fun, obviously it's I play the team modes because I feel like as someone who doesn't really play it, I feel like I'm just gonna get owned in a 1v1. Like, so I just don't play it. But
I think it's quite annoying to play 1v1 in the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah. But you should also get like people more or less on your skill level, so it's also different.
I guess maybe unless you get loads of Smurf accounts that you're talking about, you just get
Yeah.
get
I think
pros.
when you do rankings first,
Yeah,
I think the baseline elo is 1,500. So I think maybe your first match might be bad, but then you'll probably drop to your elo in 1 or 2 games,
yeah.
and you should be playing most likely people on your level.
Do you think both these players are making top 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot easier route through the upper bracket, that's for sure.
Yeah.
One win instead of 2 more after this, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying about being tired though, wasn't it? From like long days compared to people in the upper bracket, fresher.
Yeah, definitely. Like, cause like playing
Oh, wow.
Quake, even like analyzing Quake, watching like.
Why did he?
What?
Yeah, what? I think it's much more exhausting to play Quake, for example, than any other games.
You reckon?
If
Yeah.
you compare the time, yeah. Like, I don't know, just play straight 2-3 hours of Quake and play 2-3 hours of CS, and you basically play like 3-4
But-
maps of
Yeah.
CS.
But you wouldn't play 2-3 hours of Quake, would you? You'd be playing like 20-30 minutes break.
No, you would actually.
Oh yeah.
1-2 hours and
Practicing, what you mean?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah. But
A lot of those guys just play for 4 hours, 5 hours without breaks.
yeah, but already like playing 3 hours, I think it's really exhausting.
But in officials, you're only playing 20-30 minutes, and then you have a
official,
break,
yeah.
like on QuakeCon. Whereas in
yeah.
officials and Counter Strike,
Yeah.
you can play 3-4 hours still. Like it's kind of a. But yeah, I fully get what you're saying because like it's just you don't have to pause. You can't never stop.
Mhm.
Like yeah.
But I think that's the most frustrating thing about LANs is having to play, then you don't play for an hour, 2 hours, and then you play again.
Mm.
And it feels like all the time that you've been into warm up and you started feeling good, it's gone now. Yeah. And you have to go through the warm up again. And you might not feel as good anymore.
Mhm. That's extremely cool.
That was a great.
That was
spot.
good.
Yeah. I do like the two like the shoot down the feet, shoot up at the old double rocket. It's nice.
Does he have that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's your plans for next year, Phaze, with Quake? Like, obviously there's no season and everything, and
That's a good question.
yeah.
I was actually chatting to Av3k about it, and I don't know. I'm still considering it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play challenges again, purely because I get very annoyed with the fact that we don't really know much about what's gonna happen next year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, those guys find out first whether there's going to be a season or not, but then as challengers, we find out last. And it's, to be in a good shape, you do have to practice quite a lot. And I worked full time. If I knew that there's going to be a next season, then I would probably be more inclined to practice. But given that we're probably not going to find out until next year, at least.
It's more to do with the format as well. Like, if you knew the format was going to be
Exactly.
open, and you get in at any point.
Yeah, like I don't find this format particularly fun to play or watch. So I'd love for them to change it back to the tournament system.
I think that's the reason why the format needs to change as well. Even if this format was good for the 16 players, let's say, it's just really bad for tier 2, like or the below that.
Because
Like-
we have to wait a whole year
Yeah, it's
to
just
have 4 opportunities to.
why grind
Cool.
hard?
Yeah,
only,
exactly.
only a few will, like not everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not very.
And the thing is, you have to grind hard because even if you get into the Pro League or get into the chance to play the Pro League, if you're not up to scratch with the people that are playing all year round,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
you'll just go straight back down.
That's another factor. If you want to stay there, you kind of need to
Yeah.
also play whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you're missing out a lot.
But like if they said, let's say end of QuakeCon tomorrow, they say, hey, we got an announcement, tournament system is gonna change and we're gonna have 2v2 in rotation. I'm all in. I'm starting practicing today.
Yeah.
He said he would drop his
I
job.
would literally drop my job.
Really? Yeah.
Like, I hope you're not watching this. No, but like,
Hello.
To his job, they won't announce this tomorrow.
Guten Tag.
They won't announce this tomorrow.
but it's more of a saying.
I will quit my job.
Yeah.
My job.
It's more of a saying that, if they did really announce team modes again, and obviously I've always been a team mode player, not a dual player, I would be all in.
What about a new Quake? If they announce a new Quake tomorrow?
If they announce new Quake tomorrow, I would play that as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's dual, purely because it's something new.
Yeah.
Quake Champions, at least for me, I know that it's not the case for many other people, but we've been playing this game for 5-6 years, and it's becoming a little bit too stale with the format that's been happening for the last 4 years, and it doesn't really give you an incentive to play.
Yeah.
And as we've mentioned before, challenges, you get 4 chances. You have to wait a whole year in order to even find out. He even looked at the body and was like, okay.
You know why he looked to the body?
He wanted to teabag it.
No, he wanted to see if he
Oh,
responds.
if he respawns, yeah.
Because if the body disappears,
disappears.
it means he responds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tip for you didn't know that. I'm sure everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some noobs watching like me that want to know these little pointers.
Why is he looking at him like that?
Yeah.
He wants a beef or what?
Yeah. It's what me and Av3k spoke about the last few years, like in terms of why are they keeping the Quake Pro League going? In terms of the way they've been doing it, the prize pool's dropped a bit, but they do still put money into it. Player base has dropped a bit, but they are still trying to push it. There's no information on this. It's just us spitballing, but I do think it's kind of they're keeping the franchise alive because the franchise has potential.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's and they will hopefully just announce at some point a new game, and then hopefully.
You would hope for
But
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have to get a whole new team to manage that game.
But they might do if a new game comes out and it goes this mad socials about it. Everyone goes crazy. New game, new esport title. They might go dump money to it. Microsoft, they're one of the biggest companies in the world. Like, if they see traction, they'll go for it. Like,
I mean, you would hope that there's somebody at Microsoft that loves Quake.
but at the same time, there's all this for Halo, and Microsoft have just gone there.
I mean, to be fair, Halo is not doing that well, is it?
It's not, but this is what I mean. When it came out, the new game, the hype was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, 1-1. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But even then, I think like when Halo came out, there was hype because, not because the game was good, it was because it was Halo, right? And
But Halo and Quake, I mean, maybe Halo's bigger than Quake, I guess, or even was.
no, it
as well.
definitely is bigger
Yeah.
than Quake, I would say. But it's just the fact that when the game came out, it was not in a good state. It didn't play that well.
And they didn't do the updates. So
And again,
like-
yeah, they didn't do the update. So I'm kind of not surprised that Microsoft really kind of like ignored it.
Yeah.
Like the dev studio wasn't up to par to what they wanted it to be.
That might be the first minus for the event that we've seen.
Oh.
-1.
Yeah.
So. We've seen a few -1s, but they've always got the frag back.
Friendly games. What was the third map? I didn't even check because I thought it's gonna be 2-0. It was the M6, I think. So Matina action, maybe? I don't know.
This is the other interesting thing about like Quake and two or three like an organisation having two players playing against each other.
Yeah.
No other sport would allow that.
No.
You think about like, I guess like F1,
What about
you can have like
fighting
two
games, though?
players.
Yeah.
F1 you have like two players, two drivers playing on the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they do allow two, but there's a maximum of two.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
And they
a
have like 5,
yeah.
4.
It's like they're franchising. Almost.
It's because it's like even in F1 there was a massive thing when I can't remember who it was, like Red Bull owned like technically two teams and they could do some dodgy things with that. It's interesting, yeah. But I mean, it's obviously good. You want especially for a game like Quake, you want an organisation to support multiple players.
Yeah.
Like you do want that. It's good, yeah.
I think maybe the other type of genre of games that might allow that is fighting games. Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know of an instance where there's two players from the same.
But you'd kind of want Quake to get to maybe like Trackmania, where it's got 16 players. Trackmania does, and it's every like player or every pro has one org, so it's 16 orgs, 16 players.
Mm-hmm.
There's some support from Trackmania themselves, and like I feel like Quake it'd be good to get that way, and I feel like that would be good for kind of rivalries and whatever and everything, but. Or 2v2 and you have 8 orgs or whatever, But because that's the other thing that I find weird with 2v2s or 3v3s I've seen through the years is that an org might not pick up both players and they pick up like one of them sometimes. Is that right?
Well,
Or sometimes, well maybe not actually, but
it depends if it was full-time 2v2 or...
I guess it's full time. Yeah,
2018 like was like a lot of 2v2, so we usually had orgs.
Okay, same
for a
org.
team,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I do actually have a question for you, Pete.
Hmm?
Let's say the guys from K would announce that there's going to be 2v2 league,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to solely focus on 2v2 for, let's say, one season.
Yep.
What would it take for them to convince yourself and other esports organization to actually support the players? What would they need to do and provide you with for you to be like, okay, this is worth my time
I mean,
or investment?
Like very open about Av3k. Obviously, I think we support Av3k quite well, but like the is that worth it in terms of financially? Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of a close one, but at the same time, it's not like a huge expense because you're playing one player, you're not playing like 5 like Counter Strike or 6. So it's quite nice for community, quite nice for that kind of side of things. But yeah, let's say it was 2v2 and we had to pick up a second player or whatever it is. The things I would love, there's plenty of things I'd love. Without talking too harshly, like social media support, actually interact on socials. We do Quake content like this, post about it, retweet our stuff, reply to us.
Some interaction.
Interaction in general. That's one thing. Second thing would be skins in the game. It pisses me off. Like, you think about how Quake has.
We spoke about it today.
Yeah.
You think about how Quake has got like these. So I'm not even talking organisation stickers here. Organisation stickers would be lovely. Put endpoint logo on a gun or something, or whatever it is. That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, Counter-Strike, you've got stickers. Like signatures in the game.
Yeah.
Like Quake, I think, other than most games, has these amazing champions that have been in the game for so long, like Av3k, like Rafa, like Hilson, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually like ingrained in the game.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel like they deserve to have signatures in the game. They deserve to have some kind of stamp of something where players can support them, they get revenue from that as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy things to do. That's not hard to do.
No, it shouldn't be.
In terms of, and I'm pretty sure other Microsoft games have done it. Like if you look at Halo, they've got skins in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't something like why can't we create our own skin for the railgun? As well. Why can't we create an endpoint skin for a railgun?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I would do over stickers. I do like endpoint skins, like an endpoint rocket or something or whatever. And then, but maybe for players, I'd have signatures. Yeah. Like I think that's the number one thing for me, and it's nothing to prize money, nothing to anything like that. It's social engagement and skins in the game. Like,
gotcha.
And I think you'd also get the tier 1 orgs coming in as well. You'd get currently you got Big, but Big would be way more interested as well. Na'Vi have kind of come out now, or
No, they're out. They've been out for a couple.
They'd be in. G2 would be in. All the top orgs come in. Salaries would start going up. It'd be good for the scene.
Yeah.
They'd push the game. They'd get more players. All for just, in my opinion, all of that would come with sticker money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only for 2v2, but also for 1v1. Like now,
Mm-hmm.
this is what we need
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Raisy seems to play really, really sure in himself. This map, he used a lot of aggressive ghost walks so far.
Oh, what a
You know what would be really cool as well? Sorry, I'm not talking about the game here, we're just shit talking again, but about Quake. But what would be really cool as well is some of the franchise kind of. I hate the franchise model. I really hate franchise model, but some of them did this kind of theory, which could also be good. If they started partnering up with some orgs, not guaranteeing them a spot every year or anything like that, but where we talked about we need more LANs. There are quite a lot of orgs that have facilities like this that could facilitate a LAN.
Yeah.
And you do it as your home ground. So Endpoint would host one LAN of the year. You'd have Liquid would host a LAN at their facility. You'd have G2 might host a LAN at their facility and so on.
It's like Call of Duty franchising in a way, right?
Yeah, so each team can host their own event for players, which is sponsored by Quake or by Bethesda. Maybe give a prize pool, gives you points throughout the year as well. And then obviously Quake do their main events like the QuakeCon.
Yeah.
And then you get points throughout the year for certain events that are sponsored. It doesn't have to be the orgs. You could also have third parties like DreamHack or Blast or anything. Could also get points throughout the year. So if anything, actually, if Bethesda went to Blast and said, look, we'll give you all of this advertisement, all that kind of side of things. You can run events. You can have all the advertising. You can make your own sponsors, and we'll support you with some prize money, maybe, or some, I don't know. They'd take most of the cost for you for Quake.
Yeah.
And that gets to another fan base, and just have those events giving you points throughout the year, almost like HLTV ranking points. You get that, and then you get the QuakeCon finals done by Bethesda.
No, right.
No, another idea. There's a few things, yeah. Because I actually think what the public wants to see is LANs, not online.
Yeah.
They want to see more LANs. I genuinely think that is.
I mean, they're the most exciting, right? There's a reason why even when people played some online tournaments and see it, the viewership wasn't even anywhere near what it is when they do LAN events. It's a lot more exciting to watch LANs.
Of course, because it's it already feels that there is a higher stake when you're playing
way higher
somehow.
And
even though that the prize pool can be the same, it just feels like it's more important. I don't know. It still does.
And you know what I would honestly do? You might completely disagree with me on that, and I will fully understand if you disagree. I would do random seedings for each one of those LAN tournaments, because there's too many instances that I've known of players Unfortunately, having the last seed, having to play versus the first seed, and they're out of the tournament straight away.
Or, but then you could do Swiss format where you
Or
have
Swiss format.
or like 3 games
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah.
And you got like, so that would make a little less difference, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
I get
but
it-
something exactly that will help newer players that have
Yeah.
qualified.
I mean,
Actually
that's
have
the
the
kind of
chance.
like that's the kind of like tennis model almost where you'd have the same top 4 players that we
Mhm.
play, but tennis does it slightly different where like the Grand Slams where you have like let's say you got to the I don't think when you get to the seeding matches it's necessarily like 1 versus 32. I think it can be like 1 versus it's like a bracket.
Okay.
I think so. For example, for like this, if you had 1 to 16. It might be that 1 plays either 15 or 16, and 2 plays either 15 or 16, and you have like 3 plays. You know what I mean? Like, so it can change a bit. Like, and then the semis might be 1 versus 3, not necessarily 1 versus 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it can change. But yeah, maybe a Swiss format or just double a limb helps that a little bit as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, or groups. Yeah, or doing groups. Yeah, but. And then do the seedings based off groups positioning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be actually quite good.
But I know what you're saying. You do the same matchups constantly. It lands people get bored as well,
Yeah.
and players get frustrated. And yeah,
So I think general format of like league is made for the reason that we got some like regular content every week. I think that's what they want. And with tournaments, I don't think we will be able to have as many tournaments.
But you know what the thing is?
Mhm.
I think that's the wrong way to look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for me, I wouldn't give a shit about having weekly tournaments over 2,000 viewers
Yeah.
when I can have tournaments, 4 tournaments in a year, and then have the players doing all the social promoting for you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many guys that are streaming Quake that are getting daily 400, 500 viewers.
Mm.
That in its own does probably more for Quake than the weekly online
Yeah.
tournaments.
well they used to do it like where players had to stream, didn't they? Like a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's good for the brands as well. Like I want you to stream more, Av3k. I think it's good. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
get
Then-
fan base as well. Get like all sorts.
Then you know what worries me
Also
now?
about streaming
Yeah.
before tournaments, it gets more interesting when the players practicing for tournaments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So,
again,
yeah, that's-
higher
that-
stakes.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like the contractual obligation of streaming, I think it might become a little bit of a problem from the player's perspective.
Here we go.
On Baccarino,
2, 3,
it's
and
like 30 seconds only.
Is there time?
No.
No. Oh yeah.
oh my god, that's a good rocket jump.
Yep.
He needs to be fast now.
Okay. I'm absolutely quite sure he will make this comeback if he finds him.
He's not finding him. He can run.
Oh
away.
no,
He
that's
will
it.
find him soon.
He missed.
Oh no, he knows.
Oh no.
Oh
No,
no, he
GG.
has
I'm
no
sorry,
time.
ZenAku.
GG.
Nice try. Really nice try.
Jeez. No time.
Yeah, like going back to the contractual obligation of streaming, I think that actually might force some players to like look at it negatively. I think there should be a game incentive for them to actually want to stream instead of being told you have to stream.
Well, there was kind of like incentives for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you had to do it for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, no, I get that as well. And some pros might have like a bit more. You know, maybe you could pick between a few things. You have to either stream or you have to do social, like
Exactly,
post something that's more comfortable for you, or
Mhm.
you know, like
Yeah.
Because some players might not be very
yeah,
comfortable being on cameras per se,
yeah,
or
true.
even
Well,
speak
yeah.
in general.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
So I fully understand. So yeah, like having the option to do 2 things or 3 things, that would be great.
I
Yeah.
honestly think with streaming Quake, it's not even about being on camera. It's like I think it's necessary that you have 2 PCs to stream. I think because
Oh,
then
yeah,
the feeling
yeah,
of the
FPS
game
drops,
changes
yeah.
completely.
I
Well,
mean, to
unless
be
you
fair-
have PCs like you, then
Yeah, I
you can
can't
stream
really
and
talk.
play at the same
You're
time.
super PC.
Oh, I got 4090.
4090.
Yeah.
And,
But if you have like 280, like you legit feel like
Yeah,
it's
that's-
really
yeah.
bad.
I actually shouldn't be speaking about
It's
this with my
extremely
PC.
bad. So
Yeah.
it's like it's already like you start to stream and you're like
Yeah.
I don't even want to play because it's just really bad.
Yeah.
That's why Kilsen has 2 PCs, like Wenger has 2
Yeah.
PCs, like Rafa has 2 PCs, like
Yeah.
it's like it's just like you already feel the delay on your mouse, basically straight away.
Alright, thanks for watching. That was Raisy
Let
versus
us know what
ZenAku.
format you want to see the next
I
year.
yeah, let us know. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely let us know what you think. Raisy versus ZenAku, we probably talked about 5 minutes about the match and about 25 minutes about other
About
stuff.
formats.
So apologies for that. These are meant to be just chilled, kind of
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
If you want to watch the just normal casters, go to the Quake Twitch for sure, Quake YouTube.
You got
yeah,
professionals there.
Yeah. Right, we got one more game in the upper bracket, which is going to be Wenger versus Strong Sage.
Yeah, that's gonna be an explosive match, I think.
Check it out and subscribe, and cheers everyone.